With the Paris Olympics in full stride and the swimming being one of the most popular events, should Brisbane be thinking about its swimming venue for the 2032 Games? Brisbane has a long list of swimming champions, from Kieran Perkins to Kaylee McKeown, and because of this, I believe we have earned the right to be called the home of Australian swimming. And to recognise this legacy, we need a world-class swimming complex here in the city. I've got what I think is a pretty interesting idea for where this new aquatic centre should be located, and it will be a venue that not only creates a sporting legacy for the city, but will also add an incredible tourist attraction and help make Brisbane 2032 Olympic Games iconic. I'm Mel Pikos, and today we're talking tactics. Queensland. Its sunny skies and golden beaches make it the envy of swimmers from across the globe. The warm weather is so good here, we're even holding the Summer Olympics during Brisbane's winter. There must be something in the water here in Queensland, because we have produced more world-class swimmers than any other state in Australia. There's Kieran Perkins, born in Brisbane and winning gold for the 1500 metre freestyle at the 1992 and 1996 Olympics. Grant Hackett, born in Southport and won gold in the 1500 metre freestyle in both 2000 and 2004. And Susie O'Neill, Madam Butterfly. She was born in Mackay, won gold 8 times throughout her career, and now you might listen to her as one of the hosts on Nova Breakfast Radio Team. And that's not to mention Alicia Coots, Kate and Bronte Campbell, Lisa Curry, Hayley Lewis, Jodie Henry, Libby and Luke Trickett, Gian Rooney, Liesl Jones, Stephanie Rice, Brenton Rickard, Jeff Hugel. The list could go on and on and on. And now, at the Paris Games, a record 33 swimmers out of 44 and 8 coaches on the Aussie swimming team are from Queensland. That includes the 2023 world champion for freestyle over 100 and 200 metres, Mollie O'Callaghan, the world record holder for the backstroke over the 50 metres, and the 2023 World Aquatics Female Swimmer of the Year, Kaylee McKeown. And Emma McKeon, originally from New South Wales, but moved to Brisbane at the age of 18 to develop her swimming career, is an 8-time world record holder, 3 of which she still holds. In fact, she was the most decorated sports person of any country in the Tokyo Olympic Games, with 4 gold and 3 bronze medals. And as of recording this video, Queensland swimmers have already won 5 gold, 5 silver and 2 bronze, with plenty more medal chances coming up over the next few days. If just Queensland swimmers was its own country, it would be 8th on the medal tally, knocking down Italy and hot on the heels of the United States of America. Swimming is truly part of our identity here in Queensland. So surely we have some strong options for venues ahead of the 2032 Olympic Games, right? The initial plan for the swimming events at Brisbane 2032 was the not yet constructed Brisbane Live Arena. It was to be a 17,000 seat entertainment precinct developed on top of Roma Street train station and temporarily used as the swimming centre for the Games. However, the Graham Quirk review, conducted earlier this year, found that the proposal was unfit for purpose and recommended it be built at the upper end of the Roma Street parklands instead. The proposal has been criticised by Swimming Australia as not creating a lasting legacy for swimming in the city, given the pool would be dropped in for the Olympic Games, only to be removed as soon as the Games were over. There's been some rumblings that Brisbane Live might not happen at all, and that we will need to put the swimming in somewhere like Suncorp Stadium. Do what Paris has done and convert an existing rugby stadium into a swimming venue for the Olympics. It does create the same sort of problem that Brisbane Live has got, is that there's no lasting legacy. Once the Olympics are over, the pool is removed and see you later. It's back to a rugby stadium. The Sleeman Sports Complex, also known as Chandler, is currently Queensland's premier swimming centre. It has a 50-metre indoor Olympic-size swimming pool, the latest timing and scoring technology, and a dive pool with multiple diving platforms and boards. By the 2032 Olympics, this facility would be 50 years old. It was built all the way back in 1982 for the Commonwealth Games. It is an already established piece of infrastructure, which would make it one of the cheaper options to host the swimming. However, it currently only seats 4,300 spectators. This is considerably less than the 38,000 seat capacity of the Paris La Défense Arena or Los Angeles' SoFi Stadium, which will be converted into a swimming complex, seating over 70,000 spectators. Swimming Australia themselves have come out against using Chandler for the Olympics, asking instead for a new legacy venue. Are there any other options around town that could be used? There's the Valley Pool, Newmarket Pool, Centenary Pool, or maybe we could squeeze all the swimmers and spectators into the old Spring Hill baths. No, it seems obvious to me that we're going to have to build a venue to host this event. And before we get into my pitch for where this should be, let's take a look at the Paris Olympics to see what they're doing and maybe take some lessons from that. Paris is using two bodies of water for its swimming, the aforementioned La Défense Arena and also the River Seine itself. The La Défense Arena will be used for most water events, including swimming, diving, artistic swimming, water polo, and more. The venue is usually a rugby stadium, converted specifically for the Olympic Games swimming. Paris has also done something special with its open water sports, such as marathon swimming and the swim leg of the triathlons, holding these directly in the River Seine. But the decision to use the Seine has been marred in controversy. The Seine is a river that is full of fecal and waste matter due to its direct connections to the Paris sewer system. And up until just days out from the Olympics, it has been full of unhealthy levels of E. coli bacteria. That could make an athlete's Olympic dream into a nightmare really fast. And who the hell wants to swim in poo? So how did Paris manage to clean up the Seine? Oversimplifying a not-so-simple process, the cleaning of the Seine included reworking the sewer system so that fecal matter isn't washed into the river, and building a stormwater cistern under the Austerlitz train station, which is roughly the size of 2 Olympic swimming pools. Estimates put it at a costing of around about $1.5 billion. And the plan has somewhat worked. Paris Mayor Anne Hidalgo took a dip in the Seine just days before the Olympics to prove the river was safe for swimming. She was wearing a full bodysuit and her head didn't go below water though. The efforts to clean the river will leave a legacy that Parisians will benefit from for decades. Cleaning up a dirty river. Does this sound like something that Brisbane could be interested in doing? Could the 2032 Olympic swimmers dive in from Victoria Bridge and race up to the new Neville Bonner Bridge? Well, it's not really what I'm going to suggest. The Brisbane River has a few challenges that the Seine doesn't. Research has suggested it could be home to up to 3,000 bull sharks, and sediment runoff from agricultural lands during rain keeps it that lovely brown colour. But current Lord Mayor Adrian Schrinner has previously expressed an interest in utilising public event space along the river for the opening and closing ceremonies. And I do want to utilise the river in a way that both celebrates it, but also keeps the Olympic swimmers safe. I would like to propose a brand new world-class swimming centre on the banks of the Brisbane River. It would be situated in South Bank, where the Maritime Museum is currently located, built on the land with sections out over the water of the Brisbane River as well. The Olympic swimming pool would include grandstands with a seating capacity of roughly 15,000 people and become the home of Australian swimming, giving Brisbane a lasting legacy well beyond the Games. In fact, the greater South Bank Parklands area could form an extended swimming festival during the Olympics, allowing up to 200,000 people to attend, with entertainment facilities and screens streaming the coverage live from the lagoon pools, cheering our Aussies on whilst showcasing one of Brisbane's best tourist destinations to the globe. And that's not all. I'd love for the swimming complex to feature a tourist aspect as well. It would incorporate a snake-shaped pool, a blue snake alongside the brown snake, paying homage to the local nickname of the Brisbane River, and a new public lagoon right on the bank of the river. A new beach similar to Streets Beach at the South Bank Parklands, would be created along with the pool, featuring a European-style beach bar with deck chairs, umbrellas, and full kitchen and bar service. This could be something like the adults' version of the family-orientated Streets Beach. Much like the Paris Olympics has utilised its icons with the Eiffel Tower and the Champs-Élysées backgrounding multiple events, this swimming complex would allow Queen's Wharf and the rest of the Brisbane skyline to be featured during one of the most watched events during the Games. This is about exposing our city as being a great tourist destination for decades to come. It would be an opportunity to make the Olympic Games more Brisbane. If we build a swimming complex like this, not only would we be building the true home of Australian swimming that will produce even more champions in our state, but we would also be getting an awesome tourist attraction. Let's take this opportunity to create something not only spectacular and memorable for the Games, but also something that will create value for the years and decades following them. But let me know what you think. Where do you think the swimming should be held during the Brisbane Olympics? Do you think we should copy what the French have done and convert a rugby stadium into the venue for the swimming? Would you be keen on sitting on a riverside beach under an umbrella with cocktails brought directly to you? Do you think the Olympic swimmers should swim directly in the river and whoever survives the bull sharks is the winner? Let me know in the comments section down below. Also, we've just hit 10,000 subscribers. I just want to say a big thank you to all of you for your support on this journey. We've got plenty more Olympic coverage and ideas coming up, so make sure you hit that like button and subscribe so you don't miss out. That's it for today. I'm Pikos, and we've been talking tactics.